Hey guys, I literally just got home and didn't even get comfortable yet. So you know this is the real deal. I am Master Tatiana. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the part 2 of the video I did prior of knowing your child's vibrational numbers, their life path number, and how it is influencing their journey, okay? And how this can help you to level up in your parenting skills, okay? So 2 of the things that we are doing when it comes to raising our children, right, to develop to the human beings that we need them to be tomorrow, the future nurses, doctors, healers of the world. We are doing this form of raising from 2 perspectives, right? One, from the idea of who our parents were. 2 is, actually I think there's 3. Who our parents were, how we want to be better than our parents, right? And 3, you want to be like your parent. Those 3 ideas, okay? We have the idea of what we think our parents are, and 2, we want to be better than them, and then 3, we want to either be like our parents, okay? And those 3 antidotes are the antidote to creating a depressed, highly anxious human being in the world. So our children, they're so precious. They need our support. We were actually chosen to be their parent, their caretakers for a reason, guys. Our children really just want to understand also why they are going through these things. And I'm saying all of this because I work with a lot of young adults, right? And one of the things that they say or they tell me is that, you know what, Master Tatiana, I never been through this. I never been through that. My mom told me stories about this. My mom said that maybe my grandmother went through this, but I never went through this. So why am I the one going through anxiety? Why am I the one experiencing depression? Well, my friends, the reason for that is because we are not honoring who we truly, authentically are to grow as, okay? When you have your mother having her own expectations of what you ought to be, you are trying to fit into a shoe that's not built for you, okay? And I want my parents to know that you were chosen, hand chosen, to be the parent, the caretaker of this little one, because you were equipped. Because there was going to be something of yourself that this child was going to need. But sometimes we try too hard and we over compensate. And we give our child either everything, or we don't give them nothing, or we are just as stern as our parents were, or just as relaxed as our parents were, and we don't realize that we are repeating the same cycle again. And so all we're doing is creating repetitive cycles again and again and again. So when you get to know the numbers of your children, what you're saying is that I want you to be the best that you can be. I want you to stand in your power, build up your confidence, be successful, be happy, because you deserve that. And guess what? When you become all these things, my child, this gives me the room and space for me to work on myself, because now I don't have to worry about you, because I know that you have the confidence, you trust yourself, and you can go out. Okay? Human beings are the only living creatures that will raise their children and still keep them past the age of 18. I mean, like 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Maybe I'm still living with my mom right now. And guess what, guys? I totally understand, right? But there's also something that you need to kind of question too. When our parents have a hard time letting us go, this is also a sign of depression and anxiety from their end, not knowing how to let us go. And so we make it our issue, and then we stump our growth. Your child really deserves to be in their vibration. We should stop repeating the cycle again and again and again. Okay? This is bravery. This is like being able to look at it from another perspective. Another thing, guys. Knowing these numbers doesn't mean you're going to know your child's future. The numbers do not predict the future. No, they don't, guys. No. So why do I want to know if it's not going to tell me my child's future? Why do I want to know? This is going to help you, help your child align and accept themselves. Okay? When they are more in acceptance of self, then they have a higher chance of choosing more of the higher vibration. Yeah. But when someone don't like themselves, whether you are aware of it or not, we are going through these stages of self-sabotaging. I'm not good enough. I'm stupid. I'm ugly. I'm too fat. Right? These are things that are like unconsciously being programmed in us, within us. So your child also have this as well. So when you're criticizing yourself, your child also receiving that. Remember, children are sponge. Okay? So knowing these vibrations and how they influence your child's growth, development, and journey is crucial to their development, to their growth. Yeah. So if we are raising our children with the same understanding of how our parents were, how we want to either be like them or not be like them, we are totally sabotaging the development of our children. Yes. And you were chosen for a reason. So why was I chosen to be the mother of this child then? Because your experience is that rich for this child. Okay? How can someone be successful if they didn't know what it is to fail? Okay? How could your child level up to be that next speaker or that next superstar, that next singer, if they don't have that reference? Yes, guys. You are a reference. Just like your mother and your father, whether they were there or absent, was a reference for you. This is how you build the idea of what it is to be a woman, what it is to be a man, what it is to be a human being. You develop this by these individuals, these archetype human beings. Man, woman, mother, father. Okay? But we also have this other archetype that we call heaven and earth, which we usually don't pay too much mind. Right? We usually don't pay too much attention to. But those are the original creators of us. They are the creators of our parents and our parents' parents and our parents' parents. Don't we call them ancestors? There we go. That's what we do. We call them ancestors. Right? So even when that child was in your womb, you noticed that you weren't the one saying, let's add this and let's add this characteristic and let's add this type of hair and let's add this type of skin texture. No, your body was doing this. And why do your body have this intelligence? How come we have this wisdom that we can't really explain in words? It is so intelligent. Beyond us, beyond our understanding. Our brain cannot comprehend how we can create a human being within us. So these vibrations and these frequencies are revealing to us so much more. They are giving you the roadmap for this child. It's not predicting the future, but it is helping you understand the way that this child ought to go. In the ancient times, like I mentioned before, people actually went to professionals to get their children's numbers. They even named their children according to the vibration that they carry. If they were going to be leaders, if they were going to be builders, if they were going to be followers, if they were going to be entertainers, if they were going to be nurturers, the doctors, the nurses, right? If they were going to be the future overseers of the nation, the kings and queens, they all had their numbers done. So you don't have to feel intimidated or feel like maybe I shouldn't get my children numbered. No, you're not overstepping your boundaries. As the parent, it is your right to know what energy your child is carrying. Growing up with my life path 5, my family didn't really understand my energy, okay? But my aunt that raised me did. And she embraced me. She was the first person that I really, really felt the unconditional love, okay? Even at school, they used to put me all the way in the back, and I would be the one playing and jumping and everything. And all the other kids in the front, they would ask them, what did I say about this? And they would not. They'd be like, I don't remember. But me, I would be like, I remember this. And then they were like, but you're hyper. When were you even paying attention? As a 5, we absorb. As a 5, we have sensories. Know that your child has sensories. They will probably even diagnose your 5 life path child with ADHD. Okay? And they will say something is wrong with this child. This child has dyslexia. That's what they diagnosed me with. And now, who am I? I am nothing yet everything that people come to now. So all the teachers and everyone, it was just one person actually, one counselor that really, really was the one that tear me down. But guess what? Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. So with that being said, don't be afraid to knowing more about your child's vibration, for you can better guide them in this world. You are their assigned guidance. Human guidance in this human form. And what you think is not perfection is perfection for their creation. Okay? So with that being said, I love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Keep on watching. Keep on sharing. If I'm saying some stuff that's really resonating with you, please embrace this. Okay? Oh, lastly, when it comes to raising your vibration in anything that you do, no matter how excellent you are with school, with work, with your spirituality, if you're not forgiving your parents sincerely, then there's no way your consciousness will grow as bright as it needs to. So guess what, mom and dad? You don't have to try to be like your mom and dad. You just need to be authentic to who you are to vibrate as. Love, peace, blessings. I don't even know why I did this. Bye, guys.
We can learn a lot from Mother Nature. There is a natural order to everything, and everything lives within that order. Trees do not try to be rivers. Butterflies do not attempt to be squirrels. Every element in nature keeps to its appointed roles. Seasons come and go at their appointed time. How much easier would it be in your life if you showed up and just did you authentically? If you focused on being the very best you can be, if you took no consideration from what anyone else was doing or being, if you would just learn from Mother Nature that the nature she's given you is good enough, your life would be so much easier.